The great journalist of Nigeria, Dr. Kemi, for Kemi Talks Media. It's Tuesday, the 26th of November, 2024. Let's talk about Simon Ekpa in Finland and the latest going on in the southeast. Yesterday was Monday, and this will be the first Monday after Simon Ekpa's arrest. Well, the sit-at-home happened. It is news, but the mainstream media has suppressed it so that it can't be big news. It is big news, because now Simon Ekpa is behind bars, and the people decided that they're going to stay at home. So who is really running the sit-at-home? All these false accusations on Mr. Ekpa is now showing itself. Many people in southwest Nigeria and the northern Nigerian pieces have not really grasped the whole idea of the sit-at-home, which is, to me as a journalist, a continued boycott of the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. The Southeast Nigerians are boycotting the fact that Kanu is still behind bars, so they decided every Monday nobody goes to work. Don't you know the Southeast Nigerians are the hardest working in this country? They're constantly working, day and night on things. Just go to River State and see it all. Or just go to Ibadan, where I'm from. At the end of the day, people don't want to know the truth, and I'll continue to tell the truth. Simon Ekpa is behind bars in Finland. Nothing new has come out of there. I will let you know if I get new information. But going to the Southeast, that they said he controls. Okay, sit at home, terrorism acts, all that, financing. It's not true. And when you look at Southeast Nigeria now, people didn't go out yesterday. Nobody went to work. The governors are not in charge of all there. All the governors in the past administration with Buhari and the ones now, none of them are doing much. Only the Ebonyi governor, Nwifiri, is the only one doing anything in Southeast Nigeria, Ebonyi State. Ebonyi is not having it. After all those killings that happened by herders and all that, Ebonyi is not having it. Peter Mba, you're not doing enough for the people of Enugu. Because farmers got killed in Enugu this past week, coming from the farm. I'm not going to stop talking. These are people. They have a name. The faces of the victim must remain in the news. They must never be forgotten. Now let's go back to the whole sit-at-home thing. Some of you in Yoruba land, I see your racist or tribalist comments coming all over my comments saying the sit-at-home is a crippling thing. Nobody cares about the fucking economy, whether it's crippling or not. Release the people that need to be out and improve the economy. If Kanu is released, there'll be peace in that Southeast. And then the economy of the Southeast and the GDP of the Southeast will kind of really rise. You just don't know how the government works, because you have somebody who doesn't know how government works in the national level. Tinubu can rule Nigerian states, but never a country. I cannot leave Nigeria 764. I was crying at the Aboki guy, giving me $600 for 500,000. Now the same 500,000 is $300. Davido goes out there talking on the show that you've crippled the economy. The economy is in shambles. Don't you know how it affects the rich and the elite as well? Even if Davido's father is building some $2 billion power plant. Do you know how much $2 billion power plant? Do you know how much $2 billion is in Naira now? You guys are not serious. Simon Ekpa is not to blame for anything going on in the Southeast that has to do with terror. I don't work for Ekpa. I don't know him. I don't know his people. Okay, I'm just telling you what a journalist should be telling you, and they will not tell you. Well, let's talk about this whole economy thing. Some of you saying that sit at home is crippling and all that. I just want the stupid comments. They're boycotting the incarceration of their leader. The government doesn't want them to have a leader, let alone sit at home. Do you see First Bank, Access Bank, GT, all those banks? Do you see them open in the Southeast on Monday? Let them go and open. They'll just burn them down. I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying these governors have no control of their states. IPOB and their supporters are bigger than them. Then social media on top of that is bigger than any of you. All that proscription that Buhari did was out of jealousy, anger, and selfishness. IPOB is not a terrorist group. President Buhari did that to give it global attention. Some people let me explain it this way. Some people have very powerful media and they'll use it to spread propaganda. It's the same thing as government. Some government officials have this power and they'll use it to prescribe a group they don't like as a terrorist group. So the global anti and counterterrorism, pages will have them up there. Look at America's counterterrorism page at the State Department. I'm a terrorism expert. When I broke the story about Mutalab's son in northern Nigeria, the chairman of First Bank's son, putting a bomb in his pants and getting on a plane in 2008, that was one of the biggest stories in my career. I went on CNN, Fox, everything, to talk about this whole issue with Mutalab and the bomb. I know about terrorism. I volunteered my time with the Toronto police and I worked in intelligence. So when the police was saying in Toronto that I helped them solve 13 murders, what is so hard to solve Mohbad's murder? I solved Mohbad's murder on the 30th of November 2023. And I tweeted who killed him, his wife. But you'll be doing all these hide and seek things, not letting Nigerians know the truth. So now Simon Ekpa is behind bars. Sit at home happened. Now what do you want to do? Do you think they sat at home yesterday because of Simon Ekpa? They sat at home because of the continued illegal incarceration of Kanu. Ekpa has nothing to do with nothing. I'm really glad he's a Finnish citizen, because if he was a Nigerian living in Finland, they would have tried their best to extradite him. Of course, anybody can fight extradition. What are you extraditing him for? Speak out, General Musa, Defense Headquarters. Speak out, Femi Oluyede, Nigerian Army, Chief of Army Staff. Abubakar, speak out, Air Force. Police. Dr. Egbeso can speak out. Speak about what happened in the Southeast yesterday. Sit at home. It happened. Was there any violence? No. And you're blaming Ekpa. You're all orgasmic in waiting for extradition. Speak about how the Nigerian armed forces, including police, are secretly killing Nigerians. I've been studying this thing for 10 years. Since 2014, the Tiv, the Igbos. For the Yorubas who keep antagonizing everything on my page. Let me warn everybody in Yoruba land. Okay, there are people like Sunday Igboho who want to separate Yoruba land from Nigeria, just like the IPOB is trying to do the Biafra. Everybody go and study what happened in Namibia. Ẹ lọ study nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Namibia, kẹ́ lajú yín sílẹ̀. Kẹ́ lọ wo bí wọ́n ṣe create Namibia. The founding president of Namibia is still alive, 95 years old, ní ó jókòó sínú ilé ẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹ̀ 72-year-old, ó ṣe minister. For those who don't understand Yoruba, go and look at the founding father of Namibia. 95 years old. His 17-year-old son is even the Minister of Labor. Namibia separated in 1990 from South Africa because of apartheid. What is so hard for Biafra to separate from Nigeria? You're antagonizing them. Let them put their wishes in front of the right authorities. The same thing with Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation, Ekura Ilosi, number 10 Downing Street. I want to antagonize him. Ẹ tún lọ bá àwọn British. Kí lè fẹ́ fún àwọn British ṣe? Wọ́n tún wá disgrace yín, wọ́n tún fún yín pépà yín padà. Wọ́n láwọn wà in the business of separating any countries. Àwọn olóń organize Yoruba Nation náà. Tó ń gbé Sunday Igboho lọ sí 10 Downing Street. That was the wrong move. Mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ ní now. Àwọn belligerents Biafran war. Àwọn yẹn ṣì wà ń bẹ̀. IPOB. One follow àwọn belligerents because àwọn ní countries don't make sense and see. Ẹ wá lọ ń gbé wèyí fún British government. Kí gbogbo yín lọ kọ́ bọ́ ṣe separate Namibia nítorí apartheid. Apartheid nǹkan burúkú. Nigeria spent 2 billion lórí apartheid. 2 billion naira yẹn is $2 billion nígbà yẹn. Ẹ wo South Africa, all the people are racist and they are xenophobic and they are all blacks. I'm 60 years old now. I'm tired. I wake up, every part of my body is in pain. And I don't like the aging process. All of you be saying, Dr. Kemi, you look pretty, you look nice, tell us your secrets. What do I write? Tell us your secrets. Stop shisha, stop drugs, stop hookup, drink a lot of water. And stop antagonizing each other.